I want to talk about this because at this point, I'm really starting to get a headache looking at everybody's commentary. Like, I truly believe everybody's entitled to their opinion. I do, but it's too much. At the end of the day, listen, Gail King was wrong. I don't believe that she should have received death threats. We could all stand to be respectful, definitely. But at the end of the day, I'm starting to believe that when we want to get into this talk about Snoop Dogg and all of this other stuff, you're taking away from the initial problem. A man died, a legend died, that was very important to many people. Not only did he die, his 13-year-old daughter died. His wife is left behind to raise the remaining daughters that they have together. She lost her husband and her daughter. Sisters are grieving, the wife is grieving. There was no need to bring up that question. That was a 15-year-old issue, but he wasn't found guilty, and there was a lot of issues with that woman in that case, okay, that was sketchy. Nevertheless, that wasn't important. It wasn't proper timing to ask that question. So when you want to sit up and talk about Snoop Dogg, to me, you're taking away the accountability and the main issue, which is Gayle King. I don't understand. Are we kids? Sticks and stones can break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Y'all talking about name calling. Are we kids? Okay, he called her out her name. He was upset. Let me tell you something. If one of my close friends loses their life and somebody's talking about them, if I were in their position and someone's talking about them bringing up some mess and I'm grieving, ain't no telling how I would react. Why don't y'all put yourselves in those shoes as a person close to the person that lost their life? You got people, you have loved ones of this man, but no one's thinking about that. People want to go back and forth about Snoop. Snoop is always commenting on stuff. He's always saying stuff. I'm surprised T.I. didn't say stuff. Maybe T.I. didn't say nothing because he didn't want no smoke. My husband said he was already dealing with that situation with the pap smear gate of his kid. So maybe he didn't want that. Okay. But you got certain public figures and celebrities that's always commenting. Now, the fact that some of y'all don't see that, I get it. But this Kobe thing is so huge because of the impact that he had on the nation and even the world that people are talking about it. But I don't understand why we're arguing back and forth. I'm really starting to think as a woman, and this is going to piss some women off. Do you think that you're above reproach because you're a woman and can't nobody say nothing to you? I mean, we can always say what men need to do, but when it comes to something a woman said, well, you didn't have to call me that. That's like your kid coming to you, right? And they did something foul at school. And the first thing they want to say, well, such and such did that. What you going to say to them? You're going to say, we're not talking about that person. We're talking about what you're doing. So you're doing the same thing when you bring up Snoop. You're not focusing on how Gayle was wrong. You're taking it somewhere else, talking about what Snoop did. Guess what? If Gayle had never opened her mouth and been disrespectful, then Snoop would have never said what he said. I'm not saying he's right. I'm not saying that he couldn't have delivered things better. But I'm saying it's a deflection, and that's the wrong way to go. Who cares about what Snoop talking about? Who cares about that? Snoop is entitled to vent. He's entitled to say what he want to say, but what he did not do is get on national TV and talk about a rape case that was 15 years old and the man wasn't found guilty of. On top of a grieving mother and sisters and a child that was lost. I mean, what is it? This is not hard. This is not hard math. And it just really bothers me because I feel like we too old. I've seen people do worse on social media. I've seen people call people all kinds of names. It's even been done to me. But nobody goes hard for that though. But all of a sudden, Gayle Key is utterly disrespectful. And now we want to focus on how somebody called her a bitch? People get called that every day. What are you talking about? Does it make it right? No. No, it doesn't make it right. But you cannot tell me Snoop going on a tangent out of his feelings, out of his grief, out of what we all can see that's evidently wrong, that what she shouldn't have did, was more important and outweighs her responsibility as an individual to be representing the black community, she disrespected herself when she got up and did that. To me, I think that's way more important. And I don't want to hear she's being a journalist, because that's BS. You have discretion and you're able to make decisions on your behalf and say, no, I'm not going to ask those questions. Because you're being messy, because you're disgracing someone's legacy and bringing up negativity does not make you a good journalist. So you sitting up there, you're spewing this ignorance, and she got the fire back. Listen, at the end of the day, when you make decisions, you cannot control what consequences come behind it. That's just what it is. And unfortunately, a lot of our people, you can do something for the good, and a Negro gonna see you for what you did wrong every time. It happened to me. Because some people want to find a negative in everything, and there's nothing that you can do right with some of us. Let's talk about that. But y'all want to talk about Snoop? We get on this platform every day and talk trash about one another and degrade one another. Somebody is watching this live right now and going to be like, but why was she doing that in the bed though? Why was she in? Because y'all always got something to say. Listen. I mean, it's just pissing me off. We too old. I'm talking about, I'm about to be 35 this year. It's people older than me. Y'all off task. Y'all off focus. This is why we can't get unified. Because y'all be looking at the wrong stuff. So you know what? It irritates me because who knows? Gayle might be looking at that in as much as she came on. And this was really pissed me off. Stay with me. She gets on her platform and wants to blame CBS. So then when she gets on there and wants to not take accountability for what she did and blame it on somebody else, I can't be mad that Snoop called her a bitch because she's still not taking accountability for what she did. She put it on somebody else. So you mean to tell me that CBS, you're mad because what? CBS took the most enticing part of the interview. They highlighted the mess to get ratings for their show. That's what they're going to do. You knew that when you asked the question. You too old not to. You can't tell me she didn't know. She's been doing this too long. I know that. And I've only been doing this 4 years. They're not going to sit up and highlight all the good things you said about them. They're going to take that one clip and get that mess because why? America is in love with mess. That's why we're all on here acting a damn fool, arguing, because America loves it. We wake up, we eat it for breakfast, we eat it for lunch, and we eat it for dinner. We can't get enough, and they know it. So they put it on here. So you mean to tell me she didn't know that? She didn't know when she was sitting her funky behind there that she didn't know they was going to take that snippet and put it out there? Man, I can't feel sorry for her. 99% of us been called bitches by one person or another. So in this regard, I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying it's not a shocker. But what about what she did? She needs to be, Snoop now apologizing. Bump that. Everybody always want to have to apologize now because America's so sensitive. Put your outrage where it matters. She was big and bold enough. She got on there with that wig. She was confident enough to get on there with that raggedy wig and ask them questions that she did. She's big and bold enough to take the backlash that comes with it. Now, again, I don't advocate for violence unless it's warranted, unless it's defense or something like that. I ain't want to say it's cool to go out and just promote violence. That's not what I'm saying. What I am going to say is her being called out her name is not the priority here. She had no regard for that man's wife, for Vanessa Bryant. She had no regard for his deceased daughter, for the remaining sisters that's still alive and their family. She had no regard for that when she asked those questions. And I'm just shocked that we have grown-ass adults that's more worried about what Snoop Dogg said than what Gayle King did. I'm tired, as a woman, I'm tired of we always turning everything into a feminist issue. It's the attack on a woman. No, it's an attack on the black man. Sometimes you women need to learn to shut up and realize that you're wrong. And you're not above being corrected. You're not above making mistakes. You're not above your mouth being foul. You're not above not knowing when to shut up. Shut your mouth and look at the real issue. These women that got out of hand. They got a platform, they got out of hand, and they think they're supposed to say anything, and they want to throw rocks and hide their hands, and they want to blame it on being attacked as a black woman. They want to blame it on feminism, and I'm sick of it. A real woman knows when she's wrong. A real woman knows when to shut up. And a real woman knows that we got to hold our men up just as much as they got to hold us up. We need one another. And if y'all can't see that, I don't know what to tell you. Gayle King can't manage her wig. Now that, I give it to you. Got all this money. I hope she got enough money for that ignorance that she go and fix that lace front. Then she had a nerve to say, well, you wouldn't know, Lisa. As a friend, you wouldn't know. So you mean to tell me that was journalism? She wasn't even good with the answer she gave her. She pressed her. She was being messy. So Snoop came with that energy because he was only spewing out the energy she threw out there. It was just more in a slick way. Snoop was just direct with it. But y'all want to get mad at him. Snoop is Snoop. He always been Snoop. He's always said ignorant shit. It didn't stop y'all from buying his albums. It didn't stop you from going to his concerts. So I don't even want to hear that shit. Don't come with the self-righteousness now. Gayle King was bold as her wig on her head. She was bold. And if somebody would have sat on the platform and did that to my good friend, I would have went ham too. Let's agree to disagree and move on. Can y'all do that? Y'all sitting up here, well, I think, well, gee whizzers, gee wowzers. Can you believe Snoop said that? I can't believe it. Are you crazy? He said it, so what? Gayle get on there. I can't believe the network did this to me. I'm just appalled. They only did the same thing they've been doing for the last 20 and 30 years, promoting mess, to get everybody to tune in and get everybody in their emotions and feelings because that's what they do, but I just can't believe it. I'm only a veteran in this shit. Are you kidding me? I don't feel sorry for her. I don't. Again, I've been publicly called worse for trying to do something for the good. So I don't have sympathy for nobody. I don't. Cry me a river. We not kids. We're going to get an outrage about name calling. Y'all too sensitive. This internet has made y'all soft. If name calling is your issue, that's what you worried about? Did somebody get cut? Is anybody's vehicle or house riddled with bullets? No. But I can tell you what. There's a man and a daughter amongst other members on that plane, on that helicopter, that lost their life. They're not even in the ground yet. The funeral will be on the 24th of this month. And we talking about Snoop. Okay. Snoop Dogg we sure know how as black people to deflect, don't we? We put ourselves, especially these women, y'all put yourselves in the position as if you were the one called a bitch. No one was talking to you. No one was talking to you. Some of y'all men call y'all bitches every day. Y'all still with them. But you mad at Snoop? Because he called this woman a bitch? Some of y'all got men going upside your ignorant head every day. But you still with him. But you mad at Snoop? That's something. Lisa should have left the interview, but you know what? I see what you're saying on that, Carla, but you know what? I'm proud of her. She handled that with such class. She stayed in her seat. She didn't raise up because she's a good one. She's a good one. It's stuff going on in real life. You're absolutely right. And we're still arguing about what Snoop said. Faison Love got on that boy last night. I was watching him. He must have called her about 15 bitches. You think that I got bent out of shape about that? It's Faison Love. He's always saying something ignorant. I love him. He's hilarious. Am I going to cancel him? No. People are entitled to their opinion. I don't understand how we can get on here and put all kind of ignorant memes, say all kind of ignorant stuff. We can do it, but yet Snoop and everybody else is supposed to hold their tongue. Why? According to whom? Who are you? Gayle knew what she was doing when she did it. She's a senior, ain't she? She's got about have her AARP card. She don't know better by now? I'm trying to figure this out. I'm just saying. She probably old enough to draw out Social Security. She don't know what she's doing. We're supposed to treat her like a baby now? That sounds crazy to me. I don't know. I just don't know. Did he have to call her a funky dog head ass bitch? No, he didn't, and I laughed. He didn't have to call her that though. But it ain't stopping y'all from putting dogs in wigs on memes and stuff like that. Y'all doing the same thing. But we supposed to be mad at Snoop? No, I don't think so. I think we should be mad at Gayle. And I think we should let people have their feelings and grieve how they want to grieve. And just be like, oh, they tripping, they illin'. People do all kind of stuff and they be in their feelings. But you know what? Now because y'all have deflected, Gayle is going to give her 3 months. She's going to do something else stupid. Because she knows that you people will find somebody else to blame it on. Bill Bellamy did. Bill Bellamy said, let me tell y'all this. So Bill Bellamy got up there and he said that he has done interviews with the likes of Prince, with the likes of Michael Jackson, with the likes of Tupac. And he said they had a lot of controversy going on at the time. And he said now he could have went in those interviews and asked all kind of crazy questions, but he didn't. This is not what he said verbatim. I'm just putting them in my words. He could have asked those questions, but he didn't. He didn't want to, basically tick them off or jeopardize the relationship. They were kind enough to come on his platform. He wasn't going to do them like that. But he was saying basically Gayle had the option not to ask those questions and she chose to do it anyway. So we cannot feel sorry for her. Nobody is saying hurrah Snoop. But what we are saying is not that important. That doesn't take precedent over the ignorance. That was a travesty. She's lucky Lisa Leslie didn't get up and smack that wig smooth across her head. Again, I don't advocate for violence, but I'm just saying. I don't know what kind of era we live in. Y'all think people supposed to go around and poke and put their hand. Y'all the type that think, let me go to this lion and I'm going to put my hand in his open mouth. And then the lion bites you. Oh my God. Why would, oh my God. This lion is bitch. It's a lion, fool. You the one was poking at it. You the one was messing with it. That's why you missing an arm. Y'all want to blame the lion. No, you was the idiot that threw your arm in the lion's mouth. So at the end of the day, she was the idiot that opened her mouth and said that foolery. So she is getting treated like the donkey that she was acting at the time. Respect is respect and disrespect is disrespect. And I don't feel like because women are women, they are above disrespect. No one should get disrespect. Not women or men. Where is this that women should always be treated with the baby gloves? Y'all want equal rights? Y'all want to be treated equally until it comes to stuff like this. But we're women though. You should treat us as the softer and more delicate vessel. Get the fuck out of here. You wasn't acting delicate and soft when you got your ratchet behind and sorry behind up there and was doing what you was doing. But now we're supposed to treat you like a lady. When you act like a lady, you get treated like a lady. And when you act like a gutter snipe and a ratchet and a hateful and evil individual, that's the energy you get back. Respect is earned. People just don't go out giving respect cards because you're a woman or because you say so. I don't think no one should be disrespected. And I know I'm going ham up in here too. I know I'm getting crazy. I get it. But you know what? This is how I feel. Someone want to come and get crazy with me? Either I'm going to address them or not. Or I can block them. That's my option. I ain't got to go back and forth with people. So I'm going to say this one more last time. I never would have called her out of her name. Not in public anyway. I ain't going to tell you what I would have said behind the door. But not in public. But I don't blame Snoop. I don't think Snoop should be cast away and castrated and hung in a public forum because of what he said. It's not that serious. I think Gayle needs to go look in the mirror, take a hard look, do some soul searching, and evaluate, because either you're going to, as a black person, be responsible, get up on the platform and look out for your people, or you're not. Either you're going to be part of the solution or you're going to be part of the problem. Listen, here's the thing. You don't even have to speak on Harvey Weinstein, but keep your mouth off the black individuals too. Her and Oprah need to understand that. You don't have to pull people out the closet, but keep that same energy for everybody. That's all I'm saying. She don't have to say, neither one of them have to say anything about Harvey Weinstein. They over there cheesing like he's the next coming Jesus in the pictures with him. This how they are by Harvey Weinstein. They over there cheesing hard. That's their friend. That's cool. You ain't got to say nothing about your friend, but don't say nothing about Kobe. Don't say nothing about Russell Simmons. The only reason why R. Kelly interview even got a pass with me, because we seen the tape when we was kids. We seen him peeing on that little girl. We seen it. I know I seen it. I don't know how I saw it, but I know. I saw him peeing on that. That was R. Kelly. That was Ara. His mind was telling him no, if it was telling him no. And his body surely was telling him yes. He pissed all over that girl. So I can't say nothing about it. But we ain't see no evidence on Kobe. We didn't see that. Nobody saw that. So why was that brought up? Man, unbelievable. We be on the wrong stuff, dog. We can't care about your feelings, Gayle. You don't care about Vanessa Bryant's feelings. You don't care about his daughter's feelings. His loved ones. You don't care about that. So, cry your tears, dry your precious eyes, and try again. So that's my feelings on it. I'm done on my tangent. I gave my energy to it. Because, I can't swipe down my timeline without seeing it. So, I just felt, let me go ahead and address it. That Michael Jackson stuff, I watched a little bit. I think I watched maybe 20 minutes of that documentary. It was so outrageous. It was like someone sat down and said, what's the most ridiculous and outrageous stuff we can put on this man? Yeah, we'll say that. That's what it sounded like. It didn't even sound real. Oprah was disgusting for that. Disgusting. Got too much power and influence, dude. Just listen. At the end of the day, if you feel how you feel, fine. But sometimes we got to keep our hands off stuff. Just, all together. I don't want to deal with nothing. I don't want to deal with Weinstein. I don't want to deal with Michael Jackson. I don't want to deal with Russell Simmons, R. Kelly. I don't want to deal with none of them. Kevin Spacey. I don't want no parts. Bill Cosby. I'm good on that. Sometimes you just got to bow out. But we can't pick and choose. Like I said, we seen R. Kelly piss on that girl. That ain't even nothing to argue about. We know he's guilty. His sister was touching on him and his brothers. That guy, that weirdo guy down the street, he was messing with him. That boy is damaged. That grown man was damaged from a boy. By a man and a woman. Or female. He has some issues. God bless him. I still wish the best for R. Kelly. God bless him, but he wrong. And sometimes every dog got his day. And you gonna keep doing stuff and then pay for it, especially if you black. I don't know why people, I'm not black, I'm OJ. You black. I don't care how much money you get. Still nigga. Y'all better wake up and quit playing. All right, it's Sunday morning. Y'all have a good one.